Hey everyone, Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler, with another What Sold on eBay live stream. I hope everyone is having a great Monday. And by the way, if you're not subscribed, definitely go down there and click the subscribe button. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers, and I really appreciate everyone's support. And definitely click the like button anytime during this video. It's kind of crazy to see, that we're almost at, actually we're at 86 episodes here on What's Sold on eBay. I've been doing this for almost 2 years now. I've had the channel for over 2 years. We celebrated our second year anniversary here a few days ago. I think it was on February 16th was my anniversary for this particular channel. So thank you everyone for your subscriptions, your comments, your likes. That really helps the channel grow. Our next goal is 7,000 followers, and maybe we'll give something away when we get to that level. It's actually been a really good weekend here on eBay, and we're going to get into that in just a second. This week's actually going to be a very busy week for myself. I have an employee flying down up north to train, to do some eBay training, which is actually pretty crazy to think about. My eBay journey has been a very long one. I started in 95, 96 when eBay was just a little blog post thing. It had like scientific stuff. It was a crazy. eBay was not what it was that you think about eBay today. When the site first came out, it had like reference material. It was like literally like a blog and stuff like that. So it's pretty crazy to see eBay evolve. I've evolved with eBay. I've always been a big fan of eBay. It's had lots of ups and downs, like recently, I see a lot of feedback about how they don't care about sellers and all that kind of stuff, and it's just crazy to see eBay evolve over the last 20 years. And actually that's more, I gotta do math in my head now. Yeah, way over 20 years. 95, 96 was crazy. Hello Retro Bolt, welcome to the live stream. We're about to get into what's sold on eBay this weekend. We had a good weekend for the shop. We had a slow week last week, which I contributed to it being Valentine's Day, and so we're going to actually go over that right now. I think, a lot of people spent money on chocolates, flowers, and all that stuff, so there was no extra money to sell on eBay. But we did have some trickle sales down. We had a good sales weekend this weekend. We're going to get into that in just a second. And so definitely I appreciate everyone who tunes into these live shows. Like I said, we're almost at 7,000 subscribers. So if you're getting there, or if you're not subscribed, definitely go down there and click the subscribe button. We're going to get into this right now. And if you have any questions during this live stream, definitely leave them in the comments below. We have Retro Bolt in the house. Thank you for stopping by. I think that's a Blues. Is that a Blues Clues icon you got on your thing? That's funny. So if you are definitely in the chat, say hello, wave, let me know you're alive here on a Monday. Like I said, we had a good sales weekend. I did do a, I think it's called a markdown sale. And he's asking, Retro Bolt's asking really quick off the bat, what's your longest selling streak? I don't know what that means. Specify that question. I don't know. I've been on eBay since 95, 96. So I've been, I've had stuff on eBay forever, just different times, different accounts, of course, over the years and stuff like that. And I'm excited to be training an employee starting tomorrow. That's going to be, it's crazy to think, all the knowledge over the years to be helping others become better eBayers and stuff like that. So I'm really excited. So let's get into this. I see there's more people jumping into the chat. We really appreciate that. And so let's get right into it, shall we? Today we have this gray slick white rabbit print signed. Gray Slick, for those that don't know, is the lead singer to Jefferson Airplane. Huge band, San Francisco, Haight Ashbury. White Rabbit, of course, in regards to Alice in Wonderland. So I don't know if she actually did these original paintings. I'm assuming so, but, we had one of these prints that was a limited edition. I think it was to 300 And of course, we have the signature there. I took a best offer for 400 and something on this. This actually will be shipping today. And by the way, today's going to be a very long shipping day for me in the morning. We've got tons of stuff that's sold. And by the way, our link to the eBay store should be below. If it's not, I will definitely leave it a link below. It's the American Cancer Society, which 100% of the proceeds go to looking cancer research and all the amazing stuff that goes along with just trying to find a cure for cancer and helping people with that ailment. It's a good cause. It's a good cause. But anyways, we got the 400 and something on this. We took a best offer for this. This was, on the sale, so we'll be packing this up today for sure. And we got Geronimo Rubio in the house. Thanks for coming on, man. Another Steamian, awesome Steamian dude doing amazing work. Next up, we have this Royal Albert White Dogwood 20-piece set. As a matter of fact, this is an older listing. As you can see, it was a table photo. This sold for $185. I think we actually might have took a best offer for lower than this, but not by much. And so I'll have to go double check. This is something I'll have to go dig out of the archive this morning. Packing this won't be fun, but it's one of those things where dishes you have to definitely pack properly, or else there's 20 pieces here that could potentially be damaged. So I'm definitely going to be taking care and making sure this gets to the customer in the condition that you see it here. I did a lot of research actually after this sale on bone china, and for those that don't know, bone china is basically like ground up bovine bones, cow bones pretty much, and it's mixed with plaster to make it stronger and thinner. It's actually got a translucent kind of look to it. I did a lot of research on bone china this weekend just to learn more about glass. 2019, I told myself I was going to learn about different types of things that I'm not very familiar with. Like I'm not an expert at clothes by any stretch of the imagination, but I dove into the clothing stuff head first. I'm looking into glassware. We get tons of glassware in, so I want to kind of be, not an expert at glass, but I want to know as much as possible about glassware for sure. And we might actually have one of the leading experts on glassware on the show at some point. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be a really awesome interview. I'm trying to work out the details on that one, and that will be a very interesting interview for sure. I don't think anyone's interviewed this guy on in the reseller community. No one's probably even knows about this guy, but he's an expert in glassware. So we'll let you guys know once that happens. And we got Flipper Joe in the house. Wow, Flipper Joe, that's been a while since I've seen you around, man. It's been Flipper Joe is one of the OGs for sure. Next up, we have this. I don't even know how to say this. La Crusade set. I don't even know. It's an enameled cast iron plate, tureen, white. We got this in, and we were looking at comps. They're like not comps, but these were selling brand new on their website for about $200. I think I took a best offer on this for $75. We had it on the 30% sale. Just to get, just to kind of move it, to get some space out of the way this weekend. So this will be shipping today. This is kind of like, it's kind of hard to describe, but it's heavy cast iron, very heavy. And it's one of those things where people were actually promoting this as like a meatloaf kind of thing too, but I guess it's for pate. I don't even know what that is. I'm not French, and I think pate is some kind of meat dish thing. If you know what pate is, leave a comment below. If you're in the live chat, let me know, because I have no idea what pate is. But anyways, we sold this. Look out for La Crusette. I don't even know how to say that particular brand. I think do I have a picture of the logo here? That's what the logo looks like. That is the maker's mark. If you ever see this stuff, just like there's another one, I think it's Stube or Stobe or Stubby or something like that. It's a German cast iron cookware. It's another high-end cookware to definitely look out for sure. Next up, we have this Baccarat TD Bird, and it is a French crystal clear new in box sculpture. Baccarat is definitely another one of those Bolo brands to look out for, especially if you can find this with the box and everything. Some of these you might find in estate sales without the box, because this is I don't want to pigeonhole, no pun intended. I don't want to pigeonhole this brand into like older people, but estate sales, of course, it's usually like the family clearing out stuff from an elderly person's life, and usually these things are displayed. They usually don't come in the box. But this one happened to have all the paperwork and everything, and we had this on a 30% off sale this weekend, and it sold right away at $87.49. So definitely look out for that. And Joe's saying congratulations on the weight loss. Oh, Flipper Joe. Okay, I didn't know he had a weight loss. I thought he was talking to me. I was like, all right, thanks. Adam's Exploits is in the house. Welcome. And by the way, if you guys are watching right now, definitely click the like button. That gets others to see this live stream while we're doing this. I'm going to do this real quick live stream today, get through some more stuff before I'm off to my long week. We have lots of stuff to pack up at the shop. Next up, we have this. I don't even know how to even pronounce this. This is miniature porcelain flower baskets. This had a one bid, $45 plus $9.99 shipping. This is another thing, kind of little glassware that's definitely going to need to be packed up correctly. All these little things can break very easily. So, it's one of those things where I've avoided glassware my whole life, especially with the breakage issues that can happen within shipping. UPS, USPS, they're notorious for just chucking boxes around. For the most part, all the, pretty much the postal service is pretty good, but, you got to just pack this stuff correctly with that for sure. So this sold on a bid, and that's what I wanted to say was definitely go and check out the site, American Cancer Society on eBay. There should be a link below. There's plenty of stuff to go bid on at reasonable prices. You're into collectibles, and if you're in the Los Angeles area, shipping is free. Come pick it up. I should say free shipping. I should say free local pickup. Excuse me. So definitely go and check out our stuff. 100% goes to cancer research. Next up, we have this Presto aluminum pressure cooker. This was like one of those items that I found in the donations, and I thought like this would actually go for a lot more. But we did take a best offer for $20 plus $29.99 shipping. This was kind of like a bigger, bulkier item. And it would have been nice for actually Facebook Marketplace. We're kind of dabbling into different things to look into with local selling and stuff like that, bringing people into the Discovery Shop. And by the way, if you're in Burbank, definitely come and check out our Discovery Shop. You can come say hi. I'm usually there Monday through Friday and say what's up, and definitely check out what we have. But this sold pretty good condition, like pretty much near mint condition. I don't even know if anything was actually ever cooked in this thing, but it's one of those nice pressure pots that you can actually utilize it for other things like casting and stuff like that, because it's the pressurized pot. Or if you just like making chili of any kind of sorts, there for sure. And Joshua Wallace is chiming in on pate. It is a mixture of ground beef and fat minced into a spreadable paste. Must contain liver. Yes, I thought that's what it was there was some sort of meat dish, and a liver, of course, I guess would be classified under meat for sure. And yeah, so Adam the Exploit is saying Joe had a tremendous amount or weight. He needs to know this something. There you go. Adam the Exploit is asking, is this a bins item? No, this is a donation. For those that don't know, I am the eBay manager for the American Cancer Society. I run their eBay business, and this is stuff that was donated into our local shop. And so definitely check that out. We got NH Guy in the house. How you doing? Next up, we have the Strip Search Albert Watson from 2010. It's a huge double volume coffee book. This guy has some kind of like from Los Angeles, I think was where this guy's based out of, or Nevada, or somewhere kind of on the west side of the country. And he does lots of great black and white photographs. And this is one of those coffee books that, of course, doesn't have a barcode. You'd have to like look it up on Amazon. So if you ever see any large coffee books at garage sales or thrift stores and it doesn't have a barcode, definitely look them up. This one brand new sells for like $200, so it's one of those things. And we took a best offer for this. I'm not exactly sure how much it was, but it was used. It wasn't brand new. And there's a limited edition copy of this. This wasn't the limited edition one, but there was a limited edition copy of this particular book that goes for like $400 or $500, or at least that's what they were listing for. Next up, we have the Cinefex magazine lots. For those who don't know, Cinefex is pretty much like an insider post-production kind of not fanzine, but it's like a magazine, and it's been out since the 80s. To my knowledge, this magazine is still running today. These were actually older ones, and so if you ever see this particular magazine, Cinefex, Definitely look up to those. Some of the older ones go for a pretty good amount of money. Not a lot, like between like, you know, $15 to $40. Some of them, I think the first issue actually goes for a couple $100s. I know this Baron Mouse, Hosian, Baron, whatever the hell that movie is, Baron House, I don't know, whatever. That one goes alone for like $20 in that condition. There was a Ghostbusters one, of course, Spaceballs, Star Trek, the one where they go to San Francisco, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, The Abyss, and I'm not sure exactly what movie this is from. We probably should have sold these individually in hindsight, but this is one of the early things that I listed, and we had another lot of newer ones that sold really fast. And this one actually, for the price of $24.99, the gentleman actually came and picked this up for free locally, and he was a post-production insider. And it's kind of a funny story. I'm not going to get into it, but definitely look out for this brand. They're not, when you find these magazines, it's not, don't have the little money cha-ching symbol or like sound go off in in your head, because the older ones are the ones that are worth the money. And Marco is asking, do you have your own private eBay store? Yes, I do. So let's see here. Yeah, and Adam's asking if it's a bins item. No, it wasn't a bins item. Welcome. Like if you're new, if you're coming in, you're just tuning in, definitely go down there and click the like button if you haven't already, and we're going to get into the rest of these for sure. Next up, we have this vintage Hanna-Barbera employee mug. This is actually a Hanna-Barbera logo from the early 80s. I was trying to actually date this mug, and I couldn't quite do it because there's no examples of these. This is actually a pretty rare mug. We did take a best offer for $15 on this, and it was a bidding item. And for those that don't know, you can actually do bidding and have best offer option. And I've noticed that, you know, a lot of people try to jump the line with bidding and just offer up prices for stuff. And if it's reasonable enough, we'll take it. Like I said, for mugs, $15. Is it worth more than $50 or $15? Probably. It's rare. It's a Hanna-Barbera. We sold this one with another one. There was like a set of 9. Well, not a set, but it was like a whole collection of Hanna-Barbera employee mugs. And some of them are actually still on our website. So definitely go down there and check out the eBay store. All of them are started at $9.99. As a matter of fact, I'll go visit the store right now. There was a Captain Planet one that was like brand new. Here it is. Actually funny. That's funny that it says it right here. This Captain Planet one has, how many watchers are on this? I know there was like a few watchers on this, but this Captain Planet is like a rare mug. I've never seen this mug before listed, but there was a lot of cool mugs still available. So definitely go and check that out. Next up is this Zuka Pro travel bag. We took a best offer for, I want to say 80 or 90 something on this one. Look out for this brand, Zuka. Now, some of the ones that have crazy designs on them don't really go for a lot, but for some reason, this black one with the silver trim is the most desirable travel bag. It's one of those ones where you can sit on it, and I know some of you that are travelers have seen some of these before, so definitely look out for this brand, especially if you're at garage sales and thrift stores and stuff like that. So definitely check it out. And NH Guy saying, I love mugs. I'm not really a huge mug fan, just because like there's like literally millions, hundreds of millions of them, and like 95% of them aren't even worth anything. So one of the things is mugs is one of those kind of niches that you'll have to learn a lot about the different things. I know like Starbucks, everyone pretty much that collects mugs knows about the Starbucks mugs. Some of the Starbucks mugs are worth actually a pretty crazy amount of money. Next up, we have this Tweety Bird brooch. I'm not sure if this was actually an official listing, even though it didn't have any copyright stuff on it, but it was a great brooch with Tweety Bird. And I think the photos are what really sold this on this particular piece. And we used, I think I used the Pentax digital SLR for this because I was using the iPhone for the longest time. But I thought like the photos on the scale actually look really cool. You see it's like brushed aluminum background. So with jewelry, try to get close-ups as much as possible. If it had like a maker's mark or something, I probably would have use the iPhone in a jeweler's loop. And by the way, that's a pro tip. You can use your iPhone in a jeweler's loop as a magnifying camera to take really close photos of maker's marks on jewelry, and it actually looks really cool. But anyways, this photo, I actually really like this photo a lot. I had to mess around. I had to tweak the colors a little bit to get it to actually look like the actual brooch, but it's an amazing pin. This sold this weekend, $17.49 plus $3.99 shipping. So jewelry is another thing. I'm definitely doing it. And NH guy saying have to research before I buy. Of course. I mean, everything's knowledge. I was saying this in the last stream. Everyone that's getting into reselling now is lucky, because YouTube has tons of people like myself who are doing these videos that showing you things that you've probably never seen before. I know I'm learning every single day, and it's easy to just watch YouTube videos and learn about stuff. And back in the day, you had to actually go out, talk to people, spend money and lose money, find stuff, and then realizing that this isn't selling. So, you know, I think everyone that today has it so easy, from, you know, even in the 90s reselling was crazy. Adams Exploit saying, I hate taking pictures with my 7 Plus. I want to eventually get a mirrorless camera. Yeah, you know, use what you have. I know I have an iPhone SE, which is pretty much like an iPhone 6, I guess, has the guts. And it's taken great photos. What's nice about the iPhone is it, you know, it calibrates the lighting issues for you. And a lot of digital SLRs will actually, if you put it to the auto setting. For the digital SLRs I have for the shop, I've figured out how to set all the manual settings for particular setups that I have within the lighting spectrum. I don't want to get into photographs. And each guy is saying there's so much to learn. There is so much to learn. Next up, we have this Icons Hero Wonder Woman Rebirth statue. This was a artist proof, and for those that don't know, everything that's usually ever made in production has artist proofs. And for those that don't know, artist proofs are pretty much like sample pieces. They give them to the artist. They can do whatever they want with them. They usually give them to family and friends. And, you know, we work in the same city that Warner Brothers has their studio in Burbank, California. So every year there's a few instances where we get a bunch of stuff donated from Disney, Warner Brothers, and stuff like this. And I think this was actually part of a huge Warner Brothers collection that was donated. But anyways, it was a statue, GameStop exclusive, and this sold this weekend on sale for $34.99 plus $19.99 shipping. Next up, we have this vintage champion Los Angeles Lakers reversible men's practice jersey with shorts, extra large. You can see here the champion logo. I'm not sure exactly what years these were made, but I'm guessing either late 90s or early 2000s. We had this listed pretty high. I had this listed for $90 because it was actually in really great condition. You know, it was the pair, the reversible. But we actually took a best offer, I think, for $40 for this weekend, just to kind of, you know, clear out some space. We had this listed for 3 or 4 weeks. We had some offers that were super low on this, so I was definitely waiting for something that was reasonable. For me, $40 plus shipping was reasonable for this. So, you know, someone got actually a really cool Lakers jersey with that for sure. Once again, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. Definitely go down there, click the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. That's pretty much what we had to sell this weekend. There was some other stuff, but I didn't want to take up too much of your time. Today's going to be a busy day. This week's going to be a busy week. And so I really appreciate everyone's support. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers. So go down there, click the subscribe button, bells for notification. If you're watching this on the back end, you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below. Once again, I'm Chris, the Thrift Shop Hustler. I really appreciate your time. I really appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time. Take care.